All right, so I'm gonna play this all the way through. Then we're gonna get into it. I got a couple things I want to cover though, but we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. All right, so right here. All right, now this is how they shave points off of you, right? So a lot of the normal cuts and routes that players typically run in basketball in 2K, when it comes down to you, especially when you're playing against computer, especially, it's like your players are not really able to thoroughly run those routes anymore, right? So now I have a man right here that's getting ready to cut to the basket, and obviously, you know what the correct thing to do is to run. When you get the pass, continue to make your route to the basket, get you an easy layup, get you an easy dunk, do your thing, right? It's an easy bucket. This is a very simple, very, this is a everyday, every game basketball play. It's just a very simple play, right? You got the center in the post and you running around them. It's a weak side on the other side of the basket. You make your cut and you get to the basket. But right here, a lot of times what they do is when you pass your man the ball, they force him to stop, right? So instead of him continuing to make the cut, he goes around you, he loops around you, he makes his cut to the basket, he catches it, and then he just stops for no reason, right? He just stops for no reason. Always keep in mind, this type of situation right here, it is not just a random mishap. It's not just a flaw in the game. It's happening purposefully through the algorithm, right? When they see that you have these easy opportunities to score, notice a lot of times how when you have, especially when you have an easy opportunity to score, something random just happens, and it has almost nothing to ever do with the defense, right? Like they force you into a strange animation, or they make you take a flawed step, or just something weird happens. And this is typically the case right here, just random stopping, right? Your man just randomly just stops. Like, yo, you have a wide open bucket. What the hell are you stopping for? But, I'm already moving towards the basket. So, I'm thinking, okay, I continue to move. I could probably get a euro off or something like that. Nothing really happens. He just goes for a jump shot. But now let's take it back. Because they got a gang of offensive rebounds. We're just a couple minutes in the first quarter, and they've already racked up on rebounds. All right, now look at this. Here's a situation right here, right? Now, I go up to block this. My man comes down. The rebound is right over his head. Notice how he's not being allowed. I'm not being allowed to go after this rebound. I'm stuck in this animation. Remember when I talked about how computer, when they land or when they try to block something or whatever the case may be, they're just allowed to immediately break animation. Just suddenly they can just break. Like if this computer right here, he's not gonna have his hand up, he's gonna immediately snap out of it and snap right to the ball, right? But with your players, you're always forced to linger around and be stuck in some strange landing animation. This dude is holding up a damn Nazi symbol, the Nazi salute, right? And it's a rebound coming smack dead in his damn face, and he's just looking at it. Look at him. He's just looking at it. And this, once again, this is done purposefully. The game is rigged this way. The creators of this game, they knew what they were doing. This stuff is not accidental that I'm pointing out. It's not just 2K is messed up or they need to work on this or that. They don't need to work on anything. Everything I point out in this channel, the reason why I'm pointing it out is not just because I'm seeing flaws in the game. I'm pointing these things out because I understand they've purposefully rigged it like this. It's all intentional. It's all intentional. Now, why? Because they're trying to imitate a challenge. They're trying to make it feel like a challenge. So in order to do that, they have to constantly They have to constantly give them certain advantages, help them out, stop you from being able to snatch an offensive rebound. I probably should have kept playing this through. But computer gets another offensive rebound, right? I probably should have kept playing instead of just talking. But either way, they're allowed to get their shit off again, right? They're constantly being. This is how they get so many offensive rebounds. Now let's look at their offensive rebounds in comparison to ours. Just a a few minutes, that they've possessed the ball for 2.5 minutes. So we're just a few minutes in the game, right? They got it for so much more time than I do because I get in and out. I just do my thing, right? That's why I score so much. But you look at it, right? They've already got 5 boards. They've got 5 boards already. So you know how this game is going to end. I'm going to end up blowing them out like I always do, and they're going to end up with like 30 fucking offensive rebounds. They always start the game off with more offensive boards than defensive. That's how you know when it's going to be lopsided as hell on the offensive glass. That's how you know right there when you start to see that. But anyway, peace.